Hi all, this is Miss Marcel and I'm here for your weekly update of what's going on in the art room. So we're going to start out with advanced art. They finished up their clay hearts and they're drying right now, and so they'll be going in the kilns shortly this week, and then they'll be able to glaze them probably the start of next week, maybe by Friday. We'll see how dry they get by going in the kiln. I will have a picture at the end of the video. So we're starting our next clay project, which is a slab project. We'll have two slab ones. And so the clay heart was a focus on the current and the now and what's inside their heart, and what symbolism they want to use for that. For this current slab project, it is where did I come from? And so they are creating a drawing here of their slab of what they want to draw out for their 3 layers of their slab landscape. And they are thinking about selecting scenes, landscapes, areas, buildings that represent their past and where they've come from. They'll be creating these slab tiles that are layered, so they are 3-dimensional. They have a background layer, a middle ground, and a foreground, and then it is showing where they came from. We'll also poke holes at the top to add wire so they can hang it, or I said they could decide not to poke holes and they could have it like on a trivet stand like this as well. These will also get glazed. And their shapes could be different outline shapes. Some of them are choosing rectangle, square, circle. It doesn't really matter to me what they choose for their shape, as long as it fits their motif and their style that they're going for. In creating like the masters 8th grade drawing and painting class, they are finishing up their Pablo Picasso drawing. So we did our cubist style, kind of drawing one image over and over again as practice, and then dividing it up into geometric shapes, erasing, and then adding these different value tones. We learned about hatching, cross-hatching, stippling, and so forth. And then this week we really started working on their final projects, where they're drawing 3 shapes, repeating over and over those shapes and portions of those shapes. They then are filling in with the old dictionaries that I have, so they're cutting up pages of the dictionary to fill in some of their background spots, and then they're starting to fill in with their hatching, cross-hatching, stippling, and doing these really great value studies of still lifes. In 6th grade, last Friday, we started our line project. So we each did one of these If a Line Took a Walk mini projects. It was just a 6x6 square. We practiced doing our continuous line in the background. We each traced a circle and then practiced coloring in that circle using 3 different colors. Students then taped them into their notebooks, and they were able to add color choices, practicing things at the bottom of their page here. And then this week, yesterday and today, they're getting their large final paper. It's a 12 by 12 piece of paper. It has a 1-inch border. They're then drawing their continuous line, filling in the space. And then they need to include 3 shapes. And each of those 3 shapes need to be colored in with at least 3 colors. And they can choose their design, their layout, their shapes, how they want that to look. This is one of the ones from yesterday. And then in creating comics class, we have stepped away from working on our characters. There's a couple students that still need to finish up their characters, but for the most part they are done, and so they're moving on to their comic book covers. And so students have created their characters on the iPad, and then we are copying and pasting those into a cover. And so students are then designing the cover of their character, and their character then gets overlaid in front of that. Then we are doing add-ons, and students are then trying to make it look more authentic. So maybe adding a barcode, adding a price, things like that, so that it looks more and more realistic. And then we will print these, and they will be their comic book covers. And then from there, we'll make 3D sculptures and then start the actual comic book writing part that will go behind the cover as we start building their comic book pages. I'm going to attach at the end of the video some board pictures so you can see the lessons on the board, and then the pictures of the clay projects. But it's been good. We had some snow this morning during second period, and students were rushing to the back window to see. The exciting snow that lasted for maybe 20 minutes and then stopped. But yeah, it's been a good week so far. Stay warm. Okay, bye.